So here's the assignment. It is due 1 week from today, at the end of the day. And what you need to do is you need to make several files and several folders. So you need to, so this is how you're going to be marked. You have to have an images folder, a CSS folder. Now you do have to create a CSS file. Some students said to me from the other class, they prefer to put all their CSS into the head. Yeah, of course, or into the tags. Okay, but you do need in this assessment to do that. There's 24 marks for this assignment. You do have to make the file structure. You do have to have a CSS file. You have to have 5 images or 5 pages or something like that. Here's some things that you need to do. You have to have navigation menu, some tables in there somewhere, table or tables. I suppose, one table would be enough. You don't need to fill up your thing with tables. Some links. So a links page, that's where you get a chance to sort of say, well, here's some websites with some links to them, and you can be as innovative as you like and make something nice out of that. Create a gallery of 5 images, so you'd have a page, I guess, which would have some images. Your images should be different than everybody else's. Well, the whole thing about your website should be different than everybody else's. You should have a documents page where you could have some links to documents that you upload to this, and a contact me page. Now, contact me page, if you really wanted to do a good job there, you could include a link that allows people to email you. If you do a Google on that, you'll find that. I did say to the other students that I'd give them extra marks if they were able to figure out how to do a form and save data. Now, that's a lot of work. So I'm not sort of, I got to say this right now, I'm not asking you to do that. But some students seem to be interested and think if you could do that, I would be really impressed, I have to say. But that would require you to sort of do a bit of work on your own. It's a bit beyond this class, and you'd have to have a server. So if you want to do that, let me know so we can sort of organize you with a server. But yeah, so let me know about that if you're interested in, and I will give extra marks for that. I don't know how I'll do it. Extra credit, I guess they call it. All right, so what there is here, and as I said, I don't expect you to do that. You'll get 100% for this without doing that. I mean, all you need to do to get 100% would be to have a contact page with, if this is it doesn't have to be real. This is a phone number. This is an email. It could be Donald Duck at, Disney.com or something. What I mean? I'm not asking you for personal details or anything like that. Don't feel that way. But if you wanted to put a thing that would actually open up an email client and then send an email, that is possible to put that into HTML, and I'm sure you could figure out how to do it. Yes, it is optional. This is optional. I'm not asking you to. All right, let's be very clear what's optional. The assignment is not optional. I mean, this is like 5 or 10% of the course, right? This is not optional. Don't think you can blow off this assignment. You do have to do this assignment. What is optional is doing something really sort of snazzy with the contact page where you stored names that put a form in and captured people's names and stored them. That would be so awesome. And that's why I don't know. The only reason why I'm saying it to you is because I mentioned it to the other class and they're like, oh, yeah, we think we could do that. And so I said, well, look, I'll give you extra marks if we do that because it's way beyond this course. And to be fair, it's kind of hard. And if you could do that, you're well on your way to doing web development. So yeah, I'm not asking you to do that. That's like next course or the course after that you get to do all that stuff. And if you do want to do that, you need to tell me because we need to make some setup for you. Now, this is objective-based assessment. And so if you look at the way that works, for each of these categories here, you get potentially you get 4 marks, and the total can add up to 24. So what you want to be looking at, just disregard the last 3 columns, I reckon, What you want to be looking at is the first column where the number is 4. Because if you did all that, then you'll get all the marks, right? If you think that you've done one of these other things, then you're not going to get all the marks. Um, is Yes, the username email is the optional part. You are correct, Ibrahim. All right, so that's how it will be assessed. That's sort of the we're on the same page how that's going to happen. Uh, yeah, should look good. Now, as it says there, you need to to meet all the requirements, and the requirements are basically set out there. You got 7 points on the requirements. So, what you need to do is you need to get um, your Microsoft Explorer going. Make yourself a folder for your website. Make your subfolders, which are described here somewhere. Tells you about the organized file structure, a subfolder for images, for CSS, and other things if you want. Make your subfolders. Make your index.html file, and then make your other files. Put your links in place, uh, put your images in there, jazz it up a bit with some CSS so it looks the way you like it with your colors um, and fonts and all the rest of it. And you got a whole week to work on that. And I will not be giving you any other work this week. That's it. You're working on this. This is it. Okay. So we have a class tomorrow. We might just touch base. I don't know. I'll put something on. It's only really the classes this week are all going to be optional because of that, because basically just work on this stuff. All right. So that's enough of me talking about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm